friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into their current feelings for you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Tarot Disassembled, and pile number two is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. For those of you who chose Tarot Disassembled, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, Pawan, your person's current feelings for you. Let's take a look. Pawan's person's feelings. Let's see what we have here. We have the Hierophant, the Fool, Temperance, the World, Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, current feelings. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're going to get into that as well. We have the Sacral Chakra with creativity, eye flow. We have the Jaguar Council. We have trust issues, and we have faith. Interesting. This could be a no contact or a separation between the two of you, or things have just been difficult between the two of you. There's definitely some kind of I would say some kind of bump that both of you are going through right now, and I think that your person is quite sad about what is going on between the two of you. I think that there is a lot that is left unsaid between the two of you at this point in time, and there is a desire within your person to come forward. For some of you, I am hearing that maybe there was an opportunity for your person to say something about whatever it is that both of you are going through, but they didn't. And so there's a little bit of that loss coming through, that they missed that opportunity as well. There is a desire on their mind to communicate, to talk to you, but at this point in time, I think that the pain of whatever both of you are going through is just a little bit too much for your person to handle. So they're kind of taking time to go inwards before they feel ready to come forward and talk to you about what is on their mind. Now, on their end, there is definitely healing going on, but at the same time, I think that your person is trying to understand why both of you are in this situation. It's possible that your person has lost a little bit of faith in where both of you are headed, or whether both of you can come out of this situation that you both are in. So that there's a little bit of that feeling of defeatedness, I hope that's a word, that is definitely coming through. And I think that your person might be reflecting back on what is going on between the two of you and kind of like dissecting every single thing. Like, okay, my person said this, so does it mean that? Or if there's something that you did, then your person might be analyzing why you did that particular thing. There's a desire to end this cycle of pain between the two of you, but at this point in time, your person needs to learn how to trust how things are unfolding between the two of you. And until your person gets to that point, it looks like they might just be manifesting more of this stagnance between the two of you. So your person needs to step into those energies so that the energy of your connection also shifts as well. At this point in time, I will say that your person is feeling that loss of control, because as much as they once thought that, okay, well, this connection is going to go great, everything's going to go great, I think that reality hit, and I think that there have been bumps between the two of you, and now your person might be struggling to understand what they think is a perfect relationship, and maybe their understanding of it is shifting as well. Maybe the reason why both of you are in this phase is so that your person realizes that there is no such thing as, a perfect relationship, like a relationship with zero fights, whether it is a platonic, familial, or even a romantic one. There is no such relationship where there are zero fights. There will be disagreements, there will be, difference in opinion, there will be different thought processes, different perspectives. And I feel that your person, when this connection started out, might not have had a very grounded view of what an actual relationship is going to be like. And so now that we have all of these real world issues popping up, it's kind of like, okay, well, I trusted that this would be a perfect relationship. So is that a problem with my trust? Is there something wrong with my perception of this connection? And so there is a little bit of shifting that needs to go on with your person about their understanding of what a perfect relationship is, and it is through that your person understands that, okay, it is two of us coming together. We might be two different people, or we might have different perspectives, different opinions, but how do we blend together? How do we create a separate path that aligns with both of us? It's not compromise, but how do we come together? How do we collaborate? That is the energy that your person needs to shift into. They're not there yet though, Pawan. I will say that they are still a little bit stuck in where they are at, but they will get there. I think that your person is learning that as we go. There's a lot of sacral chakra energy coming through. So there's a lot of, first off, their own understanding of what is happening between the two of you that needs to shift. And it looks like your person's stepping into those energies. And while they can be idealistic about the relationship, there has to be some aspect of realism there, right? So I think it's that layer of realism that's adding into your person's thought process about this connection so that they have a more grounded view and they can show up in a more grounded way for this connection. So it's going to take some time for them to get there, Palwan, but at this point in time, your person needs to learn how to trust what is unfolding. Perhaps you too need to do so as well. Take that as it resonates, because I'm feeling this to be mutual energies. Your person also needs to kind of trust themselves for what they intuitively feel about this connection and flow, rather than maybe trying to control the narrative of this connection, maybe trying to make it seem like a perfect relationship. Maybe they might have been trying to control that, or a perfect relationship to other people as well. That might also be something that your person is currently changing the thought process. And I don't think that they're doing this on their own. I really think that there is some kind of divine intervention. So whatever it is that both of you are going through right now, Palwan, it looks like there is a purpose, there is a higher purpose to what you're going through. And the higher purpose is so that both of you learn how to collaborate with each other. Your person learns how to step into those energies, and perhaps you two are learning that on your own as well. All right, a little bit of closed off energies, but I would expect this person to resolve this within themselves and then come forward to talk to you, because there is clarity setting in on their end, but it might take a little bit of time. Their current feelings towards you are, first off, there's a lot of sadness about where both of you are at. And I think that there's also sadness because, they had this image of a perfect relationship, right? So that's kind of broken down at this point, but it needed to break down. That needed to happen for your person. So there's a little bit of grieving going on about their perception of how things should have been, and more stepping into acceptance that, I will flow with how this connection goes. There is alignment to this connection. I feel something with this connection. I feel something very, very powerful. I mean, look at this. We have 4 major arcanas coming out right at the same time for you. So there is something powerful about this connection, but that doesn't mean that you escape from very real problems that exists in a relationship, and it's meant for both of you to overcome together, to find a way to collaborate with each other, right? So that is an understanding that your person's having at this point in time. Let me get you one message or one advice, Pawan. Let's see what wants to come through. Yes, allow your person the space and the time to work through this on their own. They need to come to that understanding on their own. I mean, as much as you can tell them that, hey, this is the understanding that you need to have, I think that your person, the more you tell them, the more they will resist it. You know, so that understanding has to come within. Just trust that the divine's plan. I mean, with 9797 faith coming out, I feel like it is also a message for you at this point, that have faith in divine's plan. However things are unfolding, it is for both of your highest good. And perhaps this was the way for your person to understand this. You know, maybe if you had told them, or someone else had told them, or if it had been another way, maybe your person would not have been able to comprehend the lesson. But maybe things needed to unfold in this way so that your person accepts the lesson and, you know, shifts into that perspective. So trust what is unfolding. All right, that's the first message that's coming through, Pawan. The second is allow your person to come to that conclusion. The more you tell them, the more they're going to resist. I am feeling very, very, I wouldn't say ego, but I think that your person might be a little bit closed off right now. So they need to come to that conclusion on their own. And they will. They are being led, so they definitely will. They will step into energies where they flow with how the connection is, and they understand the more realistic aspects of being in a relationship in 3D. All right, so that is what is happening. All right, don't worry too much. I think that there might be some letting go on your end. You know, maybe you are frustrated that, because I am feeling that red energy, so you might be frustrated that, hey, you know, I know what you're supposed to do. I know what you're supposed to be thinking. But at the same time, you know, connections don't work like that. You could know all you want, but you can take the horse to the water, but at the end of the day, the horse will drink on its own, right? You can't force the horse to drink. So I think that that might be something that you are learning to accept at this point, and learning to let go, that even though you know what thought process your person is meant to have or how they need to show up, you need to allow that process to happen on its own for your person in their own time, in their own space, and allow the divine to work its magic there. So there might be a little bit of letting go of that frustration and coming to a point of acceptance on your end. All right, Pawan? Okay, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send in watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pawan, take care. Trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, Pal 2. What are your person's feelings towards you, towards this connection? Let's take a look. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Wands, the Lovers, gotta cover that. We have the World, I gotta cover this too, hold on. And we have the Hangman. Alright, hold on, let me get a few things to cover. I'm not sure about this, but I will put it anyway. Okay. I also have your Oracle card, so we're going to get into that as well. We have 8484 with stability. We have heart flutter. We have adventure within with number 10. And we have the solar plexus chakra with individuation. I follow my own path. Okay. This person may have resisted this connection for a very long time, Paltio. I think that intuitively, you are being seen as the High Priestess, by the way. I think that intuitively, you always knew there was something more to this connection, but whatever was happening in 3D was just completely different from what you were intuitively feeling was meant to happen between the two of you. Both of you could be soulmates of some kind. I would not be surprised. The energy is very, very strong in your reading. And I think that you might have sensed that there is more to happen in this connection, even though nothing was really seen in 3D between the two of you. And that might have led you to kind of mistrust your intuition at times, or, you know, even cause yourself to... I don't know where I was going with that. Hold on. Might have made you doubt yourself. It's funny, I didn't know where I was going with that. So I think that you also, at times with this connection, might not have known where it was going. It was just like so up in the air, even though you intuitively know it was meant to head down a path. I would not be surprised if at some point you might have stepped in to try to flow the connection in the direction that you thought it was meant to go, and that might have backfired, leading to a lot of on and off cycles between the two of you. I am seeing multiple cycles going through where both of you, you know, there's something more between the two of you, but the moment you take a step towards your person, it vanishes, things just break down. Or even if you don't do anything, maybe your person, and things start to get serious between the two of you, then your person just walks away, leaves, gets triggered. I do see constant triggering happening between the two of you. So you might have also been triggered. For some of you, you know, take that as it resonates. You could be twin flames as well. I am sensing that energy. Where your person is at, he is right now at a standstill. I know that this is very, very difficult for you to hear, but I think that this standstill is necessary for the two of you right now. Your person is taking some time to breathe out. It is through this breathing out that your person senses the connection. Because when there is chaos between the two of you, when there is activity between the two of you, it doesn't give your person the space and the time to think about what they're feeling or to even step into their feelings. But the moment there is a pause between the two of you, it gives your person time to reflect on their feelings, to kind of understand how you are making them feel. What are they feeling in this point of time? Why are they thinking about you? You know, it's those questions that lead them to understand what they are feeling about you. And I know it might be difficult, but the reason why there is a pause between the two of you is to shift the dynamic between the two of you, is to end the cycle of this on and off between the two of you, where your person doesn't recognize the strength and the power of this connection, something that you have recognized and your person has resisted for quite some time now. The message coming through that it is time for your person to wake up of sorts, you know, that I feel like putting that in quotes, and recognizing that there is a choice at this point for your person, whether they want to choose this connection or walk away from it. Your person is at that point, and for them to make the decision, they need to feel all that they're feeling, and that's why there is this stillness between the two of you. Even though it feels like things are not happening on the surface, Paltu, there's a lot going underneath the surface, all right? Whatever you've been intuitively feeling about this connection, it has been leading the two of you to come together step by step. It looks like there has been a process for the two of you to work through your own internal triggers and your own wounds in order to come together in a more healthy way. It might not seem that way given the on and off cycles between the two of you and possibly the constant conflicts between the two of you, but this was always meant to happen between the two of you. Like, both of you were meant to come together in a more healthy way, and there is a choice in the future coming up for the two of you to choose each other. But for that, there needs to be this pause. I'm hearing pause before union, all right? So for some of you where you felt it, you felt that I'm feeling union, but why is there nothing happening in 3D at this point? Well, the reason for that is this pause needs to happen. Without this pause, your person will not be able to understand what they're feeling. These heart flutters, it looks like your person might be pushing them away or not taking the time to understand, but only when there is quiet, there is that silence between the two of you, is your person recognizing that, hey, I'm feeling something here. There's something shifting within me every time I think of my person, or I'm thinking of my person. Why am I thinking of my person? You know, it's in those moments of quiet, in those moments of stillness, that all of those questions start coming to the surface. Otherwise, your person just suppresses it. So there is a reason for the pause between the two of you. It is so that your person recognizes that there is a choice in front of them and learns to follow their own path. You know, I think that the noise of the outside world, as well as the energy of your connection, might be so intense that it might blur your person's vision. I mean, I don't mean actual vision. I mean, you know, the perception of where they need to be heading. That's what I mean. And that by itself, it's time for things to shift. That's what's coming through. So this is more a message from the universe or even your spirit guides, more than it coming from your person. Like, even the energy feels very, very neutral to me. It doesn't feel like it's coming from your person, and that's probably why you're showing up as the high priestess over here. So this message, this reading is definitely more of a confirmation for you, Pal 2, that whatever you've been intuitively feeling, it's coming. This is how it is meant to unfold. It might not unfold the way that you expected it to, or the way that is conventionally how things unfold, but it is unfolding, and it is unfolding in a way that is for your and your person's highest good, right? And another message that's coming through is, I know that this is a long time coming. Just have a little bit more patience. I know that it's probably very triggering to hear someone say, have a little bit patience, because you know, sometimes it's like, how much more patience should I have? But I think that when you recognize there is a purpose to the pause, there is a reason why you are in this energy, and it is so that things can align in the best possible way. I think that it helps you make peace with the situation. So it's not necessarily patience. Maybe sometimes all you need is to just make peace and trust that the pause is actually things moving forward for the two of you, rather than things actually being at a standstill, right? It's flipped. I know that when you see pause in 3D, automatically we assume, and I'm including myself in this, automatically we assume, okay, well, nothing's happening, or, you know, it's not going the way that it should. But there's often, especially in that pause, a lot that's lining that we can't see. Maybe we're not meant to. Maybe we're protected from it. Maybe we have our own lessons to learn. So we are kind of pushed to focus on that rather than focusing on the shift, you know. And sometimes, actually, if you're really, really lucky, you get to watch it unfold, but not always does that happen, right? So maybe this is one of those times where you're being pushed to take some time to go within, maybe conserve your energy, take some time to heal, take some time to trust your intuition, kind of work with your relationship with your intuition, and allow things to unfold the way that it is meant to. Just because there's a pause doesn't mean nothing's happening, all right? That seems to be a very, very big message. So more than your person's current feelings coming through, I think that this is more of a message from either your spirit guides or the universe coming through, all right? Take it as you believe in it, all right? So, but yeah, it's definitely coming from a higher power over here. It doesn't feel like your person's energy. Message for you. Let's kind of see what wants to come through. You're manifesting. Don't worry, all right? Pal 2, don't worry at all. You are manifesting. You know, the more you worry, the more you're delaying it, you know? So just trust. Trust whatever it is that you have been intuitively feeling. The more you can trust, even if you can't see any proof in 3D, the more you're actually aligning with it happening. The way that I perceive manifestation is this, okay? So if you are here, let's say you're at point A and this is point B, this is where you want to get to, this is what you're manifesting, all right? every time you are in alignment with this energy, it moves closer to you. The more you are in alignment, the faster it moves towards you. The more you are not in alignment, there is a delay or there is a pause in that coming towards you, in you attracting it, all right? So the more you can stay in this energy of trusting your intuition, the more you are actually attracting whatever it is that you've intuitively felt that is going to happen, that is going to align with where you are at right now. So you are attracting it. So the more you can stay in that energy, the more it moves towards you. The moment you shift your energy, it stops wherever it is, or it delays in coming forward, all right? So they say divine timing, but the truth is divine timing has everything to do with your energy first and foremost, all right? So take some time to build your relationship with your intuition. Sometimes, especially when we really need proof in 3D, it might kind of become a more strained relationship with our intuition. And that happens, it ebbs and flows, and that's completely understandable. So especially in those moments when there's no proof in 3D, take some time to shower a lot of love to your intuition and, you know, build that relationship, communicate with your intuition. You can do that, absolutely. You can talk to it. You can, you know, kind of, you know, just the way that I do it, okay? I don't know if anybody else does it, but the way that I do it is I talk to it. I think of my intuition as a separate person or my higher self coming through. And I talk, I say, these are all my worries. You know, is there some confirmation that you can give me through external signs that has helped me in the past to calm me down, to keep me on my path? Specific signs like, okay, well, if my intuition is on point, the universe, can you please show me a blue striped tiger, you know, something that's very unique, and then give it a timeline. Can you show it to me within 24 hours? And then just pause, just relax into it. And then actually I've tried this so many times. I've tested the universe so many times. Every single time it comes through, even the most bizarre things, it comes through, all right? So give this a try. You know, if you're struggling with your intuition, if you're unable to connect with it, then ask for external help. Always, there's always help for you. You just need to ask for it, all right? So ask your spirit guides for help, ask the universe for signs. It will give it to you, I promise, all right? It will give it to you, all right? But the moment you ask for it, you need to relax. You can't be in that constant panic because, again, you're blocking that energy from reaching you. So just ask for it and just let it go. It will come through. The message will come through, the sign will come through, the confirmation will come through, all right? And with respect to talking to your intuition, yeah, this has helped me so much, you know, especially during times when I struggle to trust my intuition. I mean, now I'm in a different place. Now there's unshakable trust because of what I've been through in the last 5 years. But previously, you know, especially when I was learning how to trust my intuition, I used to struggle a lot with this. So I used to talk to it as though it was a real person. Like, okay, well, you're telling me this, but nothing's happening in 3D. So can you maybe tell me some more information about it? Or can you maybe hint about something that could calm me down at this point in time? And for me, this is very unique experience for me. For you, it could be different. I just want to put that out there. But for me, I would randomly get images in my mind, and that by itself would calm me down. You know, it would somehow relate to what I was going through. And sometimes my intuition wouldn't even speak and I would just understand. That has been a very, very different experience for me. But now I'm very, very comfortable with that. But even talking to your intuition, that can help open the energetic communication. At the end of the day, it's a relationship, you know, whether, you know, you talk about platonic or familial or romantic relationships, but the relationship that you have with your intuition is also a relationship. So treat it as such and strengthen that. All right. All right. So felt like taking my time with this, and maybe there was someone out there who needed it. That's always what I trust whenever I feel like sharing my own personal experience. So thank you so much for, you know, choosing me to help you tap into the energies. And I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Remember, you always have free will. And I say this every single reading, you know, trust your intuition. Okay? Yes, take care. And I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.